Each and every particle of the world is having both. It is bidimensional, having both consciousness response and matter response. Matter response is activated by just our physical, instrumental or technological devices. Consciousness response is executed only by spiritual devices. So, thaumatology deals with the power, the preternatural power that exists in people, in telecognition, precognition, procognosis, prognosticatory exercises, self-realization, motivation, distant motivation, subjective communication, transfiguration, presence situation, simultaneous presence in various places, and also activation in some other body, penetration, telekinesis, psychokinesis. We have listed innumerable things. So this is also a subject in spiritualism. If you invade spiritualism, you have to invade the brother, sister, in-laws and everybody, and it creates a very big community. So theosemetics is the fourth way. One is spirit understanding, second is paranormalism, third thing is simple universal consciousness level of spiritual understanding, fourth thing is theosemetics. Why I am having the tuft, why I am wearing the rings, why I am wearing the thread, why we are wearing this, why we cannot do something else, why we cannot change the pattern as the time is changing. Somebody told that at that time these things were, pants were not there, so the deities were wearing these things. Now everything has come, we should change also the pattern in the temples. Somebody was joking or seriously saying, I don't know. So this is the pattern. Understanding theosemetics is there. So it is our duty to conduct a very big seminar on this ideology. And understanding Advaita, Advaita, Vishishta Advaita, it is a very big torturous exercise at all. The telling about Advaita and integration. If there is integration, there can't be Advaita at all. Advaita means single entity. If you want integration, there are only two possibilities. Somebody told, yesterday only some doctor was saying, if you eat fish, it is good for your eyes. If you don't eat, it is good for the fish. Like that, if you expose integration, Advaita will not survive. If you expose Advaita integration, if you have to integrate something, that should be two or three elements. In Advaita there is no second element, the world is illusory. And Jiva or the individual soul, he is also illusory. And Paramatma, he is in the sleep state or he is in the illusory sheath and he has to realize Aham Brahmasmi. So Paramatma is in the non-vigilant mode and Jivatma is nothing but an illusory projection. And the world is a total falsity. And who is going to integrate with whom in Advaita? So, Advaita is a non-integrable science in nature. So, we have to discuss all of these things. But we have to understand, to prove the soul, to prove liberation, to prove God, to prove the meaning and purpose of each and every driver and ancillary part that we are using for promoting divinity. Whatever the food we eat, whatever the thing, somebody told why we are using Tulsi. Somebody told they listed, Tulsi is good for cough and other things. So, our ancestors they used it. Okay? It has two defects. If Tulsi is there are innumerable things like Justitia Adadoda Vasika. They are more powerful than the Tulsi. Why they have not used for cough reduction? And what is the purpose of cough reduction and respiratory control in spiritual observations? So, naturally the product is configurative identity. If you use Tulsi for Vishnu, the concept of Vishnu as well as the concept of, there are four reflex. One is vegetative reflex, second is organic reflex, third is natural reflex, fourth thing is ontological reflex. If you talk about Vishnu or any other god, anything that you use, it has configurative proximity or identity. By consuming with, you get attached with the deity, you get more affinity and closer with the deity, and you get patronized and also pattern designed by something that the deity expects from you. So that mutual understanding or binding between the deity and the worshipper is created by consuming that prasada, wearing that tilaka, meeting such persons. So it is an affinity booster, it is an intimacy booster, and it is a proper way or channel to reach that God or to experience its benevolence. So each and everything, whatever you call, it is good for this thing, Bilva is good for pressure, these are all the byproducts. They are not the main purposes for which they are intended and prescribed by people. And regarding Devatas, we have to say there are two things. Somebody says that Devata have forms. Somebody says that they are forces. Both are wrong because they are having both the possibilities of assuming body and transfiguration of body. Vigraho Haviradhanam Yugavat Karma Sannidhi Pritihi Paladhanancha Devatanam Navidyate. So says the Puru Mimamsa Shastra, where they say that they are not having any body at all. So there are no Devatas, there is only Apurva Shakti. But in our Shastras we believe that there are three visions. Whenever you are seeing a lorry from a very great distance, you can see that there is a moving body. Whenever it comes closer to you, you can understand that it is a vehicle. Whenever it approaches you closer, you can realize that number and what the vehicle, who is sitting inside, everything by the proximate vision. Distant vision, immediate vision and proximate vision. Likewise, whenever you see all the worldly elements, you can see only the apparent forces. whenever you see closer, you can see the sentient governance inside those forces. So all insentient elements are governed by sentient elements inside. They are having the power to assemble any type of form so that they can be suitable for our contemplation, approach and vyavahara, communication and personal correspondence. Those sentient elements are further governed by a parasentient person. So aprakrita divya mangala vigraha. God is also having a form. Those who have given us form and names, why he is formless? He is formless because he is not having a form. Canada, there was a lecture, somebody said that, can you refute that God is formless, or can you establish that God is having a form? Yes, from the same concept we can refute. If you say that God is not having a body, you are mentioning that if I am saying that Swaminathan is not here, then I am describing it. It is a descriptive way of understanding that is implied inside, that such a person with such initial residing in such address and doing such a type of job, he has not come here. Everything is implied inside. If you say that God is not having a body, you have to write the characteristics of body and then you have to negate it. What is body? It is composed of 5 elements. Second, it is given by somebody. And it is a burden of sin. Fourth thing, it is a cyclic process. Fifth thing, it degrades your spiritual nature. List everything, then you negate, then you can understand God is not having a body made up of 5 elements, not being given by somebody else, not that is destroying your sin burden, not cyclic in nature, not degrading its nature. So that clearly gives an idea by positive deduction or inferential understanding by logic. It is deduced that God is having such a body which is not composed of 5 elements, which is taken by his own will, which upgrades his standard, makes him accessible to people, which is cyclic in the courses of divine incarnation by his personal will, Atma Maya, and which is beneficial to everybody. So God is proved that he is having a transcendental form. It is a logic deduction. So innumerable exercises are there. Today we have had a very great sample of the banquet which we are going to get in the near future. That should be descriptive discussions, not by I have already told. In one seminar of science, I told to Bhatkar, whenever you organize people of different opinions, that should be fighting people, quarreling people, and that should be skeptics, that should be aspirants, that should be strong agitators for your program, for your policy and principles. Then that is known as Sammelana. If you bring all people singing the same tune, it is Sankirtana. So today it is a musical harmonious concert in which everybody accepts. I don't like this at all, so I am not getting proper inspiration and Bible. So that should be somebody from the activist community, some scientists should be there. Let them ask, let us dissolve and resolve their problems and their mental problems that they have been undergoing for several decades due to nations. So what we want is, we should have a wider platform in which more people should participate, broader platform in which more issues are discussed, deeper platform where we are going to the basic foundations and see that we are coming to the discussion at all with the proper end solution at the time. It should be more denser with the people of different kinds, different mentalities and rate of receptivity. I hope that that should happen soon, and I once again invite in advance all of you to partake in that particular seminar, which is a real enrichment, logical, scientific, technical and traditional enrichment to our traditional background and foundation, which is going to be the missile for us to handle the future, to nurture the society, and to give a very great department of correction and transformation to the morally abducted, misguided and aberrant entities of the world. Narayana.